Welcome in this new tutorial. In this chapter we're going to talk about confirmation of fund. So this is really an API that is designed for TPPs that can't do payments and can't do also the AISP, but just want to focus on if the PSU has enough fund or not, right? So it's a very simple endpoint and it just comes from a PSD2 requirement. Same again, it works the same way. The steps are the same as the icon flow, so if you haven't done the icon flow, we really recommend you do it first. But basically you can see that the difference is at the step 5 and 6, really step 5, where you actually do just a call, just to check if the Alice has enough money in the bank account. So how does it work? So you ask Alice if she's okay, that you verify she has enough fund. So you send this message screen to Alice. Then you do a consent preparation, which you're basically saying, well, I would like to check that account, right? You actually have to send Alice's account at this point. It's important that you get the account ID first. You do the same, request parameter, send it to the bank. Alice authenticate, consent she's okay to share the confirmation of fund for that account. You then get a code, and the code that you exchange for an access token. With that, you just need to do a call. So it's super easy. You just use this access token and you say, as Alice in the fund, and you say, as Alice has 20k in her account, and the bank say yes or no. And you can say to Alice, well, I've verified you got enough funds. So maybe like, an insurance policy, it could be an immigration as well. There is plenty of use case where you don't really want to be an AISP, but you just want to be able to verify she has enough fund in her account. So that is a four-drop bank. So access preparation, again, client credential flow. I think you get used to it very quickly. The first time it looks hard, but you do it so many times that it becomes easy. You had a scope, which is funds confirmation. Here you go. So you're now allowed to create consent for confirmation of fund. We store the access token in memory of Postman, and we send in the body. So you see that here the body is very simple. You send the account identification from Alice. So because we done an AISP flow before, we actually have that, but you may need to ask Alice this information first. I don't know. It all depends on how you get this information, but you need to send them at this point. Very important. So same again, the status, the consent has been created and it's waiting authorization. So you do a request parameter. Inside this request parameter, you can actually send the consent ID. Be careful, there is a new scope, funds confirmation. So you do this. Then you do the trick, so we use this trick on Postman just to build a request. But basically now we want to redirect Alice to that URI. So the way we do it, copy it, and we go to the web browser. We clean it just to, so you see that's really Alice, there's no context in there. We log in, so test for dev is our PSU for these tutorials. Right, it's changed the password, by the way, if you want to use the same user. So different consent screen really. You can see that, yeah, you don't select accounts, it's just like, are you fine to do confirmation of funds? You do this, you get a code, same, usual, you take the code, you change it to an access token, which is what we're going to do now. Right, so we just copy paste the access token, client session job, just to authenticate the same way. If you get a full one, it's because it's been expired, so just regenerate this client credential jobs. Alright, access token with consent, we store it there. The important, the interesting bit is now, right? So now we can do a confirmation of fund. So you send the consent access token, and you ask basically the bank, as Alice got 20k or 200 2 millions potentially there. I can't even read, it's too small. But yeah, phones not available. Yeah, at least not average. But if you do with £20, it works fine. So some people say, well, just get an AISP and read the balance. Yeah, but I mean, AISP has some regulation behind, and being a confirmation of fund TPP is much easier to get. So this is why this endpoint has been created, just to make it things easier for people that just want to focus on checking the funds. Hope you like this video. If you haven't, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you to the next tutorial.